Here we go, Saturday afternoon car rant. It's actually not a car rant, it's a car exploration. And I want to talk about anxiety, self-doubt, depressive symptoms, or really, maybe not quite that severe, but that stuff we have that goes on in our mind. That natural human tendency to over-evaluate things and overthink things and, be prepared for psychological threats. Think people judge us, all those type of things. And understand that is a natural human tendency. And really, like this hypervigilance that we have built into us, some of us worse than others, it exists because it kept us alive for a long time in terms of physical safety. We paid attention to a lot. We needed to be aware of where the threats were because that kept us from getting eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, or stepped on by the woolly mammoth, or kidnapped by the savages, what have you. Okay, so all that stuff exists for a reason. The problem is it turns the tide on us in terms of psychological threats, and we'll begin to make it up. We'll kind of become our own worst enemy. But sometimes if you're able to make yourself aware of this and reframe it. Let me give you an example in my life. When I first started off in my professional career, I had a talent for talking to people and for presentations and training and stuff like that. So they asked me to do it early on, and I had a lot of self-doubt about whether or not I actually knew what I was talking about. And I would go through the day, and I would do 99.9% of the things that I said made sense. I was very effective, but then I would say that one thing that was a stupid thing to say. And you know what? I would get in my car after the presentation and I would drive home. And the whole way home, I would just obsess on the one thing that I said that was wrong. Until one day, and it was in a conversation in the hallway. It wasn't in a session. Like, this was a psychiatrist who worked with me. He wasn't a psychiatrist I was seeing. That was a different psychiatrist. Just kidding. So I'm talking to this guy, we're in the hallway, and I'm kind of telling him, I can't believe I screwed up. I can't believe I said that. That was the wrong thing to say. And he said to me, you know what, Rich, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about how much you talk. From the moment you arrive at work until the moment you go home, you're talking to somebody. Either you're talking to somebody in a session, or you're giving a training, or you're training your staff, or you're teaching a class. At the community college, I'm an adjunct teacher, and eventually you're going to say something stupid because you talk so much. And I got to tell you something, that simple conversation or that simple reframe totally changed my outlook on this issue. Now I know that through the course of any given day, I'm going to say something dumb. I'm going to probably say something offensive because I talk so much. And now when I have that self-doubt, because that voice still pops up and it says, hey, that was a stupid thing to say, Rich. I'm almost immediately able to say, it's okay, let it go. You get him next time. You'll get him next time, slugger. I'll tell you what the other thing is. Facebook has magnified this for me because I'm always on here running my mouth as well. So understand, if I've ever offended you on Facebook, it's because I talk so much that eventually I'm going to offend somebody. But work on that. Work on catching yourself and reframing your thinking. I'm telling you, it works if you work it. Later.